Okay, I am a commentary YouTuber now, as you can see by my stance, looking directly at the camera. Got my laptop, everything's all set up. Commentary YouTuber. Like all I need would be like some LED sign or some RGB strips or something over here, and like a microphone. Um, do you know what? Let me actually go and get a microphone, a fake microphone. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, this is my microphone. So now I'm fully officially a commentary YouTuber. So today, if you can't tell, is going to be a slightly different format where we're going to do a bit more of a retrospective, looking at my experience at another plant swap because I went for the second time in October. Now, if I haven't already explained, it's March. So I'm about to start prepping for another plant swap, which is on Sunday. Today is Friday. I have not picked what plants I want to swap, so I need to figure that out now. I think what I'll do first of all is gather all of the plants that I am the least emotionally attached to in one place, work out which ones I'm happy to let go of entirely, which ones I would happily let go of some of, and see what I come up with. I really don't have a plan for this video. I don't even know where this is going to end up, if it even gets posted. But my sense right now is that I'm going to struggle to find plants that I want to let go of. The last swap was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. And honestly, I don't think like I've settled into the plants that I got from that one. I ended up with way more plants than I expected from that one. So I am not like desperate to get rid of any of them, but we shall see. We shall see. So I'm gonna gather the ones that I think I can let go in this corner right here, and then we'll see where we go. As I gather these, why do I sound so upset? As I gather these plants, I want to talk about this song that my friend sent me, shout out to Tig, called Name of God by Mustafa. The video, like, crying in the club, crying in my bed, crying in the shower. It was just something about the balance of the instrumentation, the sort of quality of his voice, and the gentleness of the visuals, just the combination of all three, just stuck with me so much. And I've been looping that song, looping it. And I started getting into the other music yesterday. Yeah, wow. Just, it's really been resonating with me. I think this would be a good time to talk about what's happened since the last swap. So even though, okay, so now we're in March. 6 months ago, I went to the second swap. Yes. Let's do some quick maths in my head. Okay, we're now in March. 6 months ago, I went to the previous swap, which was in October, which was my second swap. But the first swap I went to was in May of that year. So we're now looking at 11, no, 10 months since the first swap. So this is 10 month, this is a 10-month update. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is this is a 10-month update on the plants from that swap. Some of the plants from that swap. Number one is the Monstera adansonii. So when I received that, it was one long vine which was looking a bit limp. So I cut it up, replanted it rather, restarted it, and put it in a new pot. And this is what it's looking like now. It's looking very full, it's looking very happy. The new leaves are giving you that new leaf sheen, which I really appreciate. And the leaves are getting bigger. And I'm also it's not, come on, English. It's not staked up on anything, and it's still growing and getting bigger, so I'm happy with that. The Syngonium, wow, it looks so different. Wow, it looks so different. If I haven't said, I'm watching my old video now. It looked so different. The leaves were so like pale and okay, yeah, no, it looks quite different now. I know I've said that so many times. But I'm just seeing this for the very first time since 10 months ago. So notice the actual change. I didn't realize how much it's changed. So I put it in a new pot, a bigger pot, and the leaves are darker and bigger. I mean, that's the only way to verbalize how different it is, but it's quite different. Right, the philodendron hastatum silver sword. Now, I got two of these last time, or two sets. One was two sets of big leaves, which were leaf cuttings, and then the other was two sets of smaller plants. The stem cuttings, one of them died completely, like RIP. The second one is doing well. I can see it right now, so I'll put in a clip of that. Then the set. No, I've lied. So the first one didn't actually die. Just the main leaf fell off, and the rest of it was growing up quite slowly. So I put it in the same pot as the other two that I had as small plants. So those three are in one pot, which I'll put a clip of here. They're doing okay. They're going kind of slowly, but they're all alive, and that's kind of what I care about with that one. Whereas with the other one, that one is growing quite upright. It's got getting bigger and bigger leaves, so I think that's getting a lot of good attention and good sunlight, probably because of where it's positioned, and it's also in moss, so maybe that's something to do with it. I'm not too sure, but we're happy with it. Shall we say? What's next? Okay, Manjula Pothos. That's it. Wow, it was so small. I didn't realize how small it was, but it only had like 3 leaves, and now it's got like 8. So it's doing well. I noticed that the leaves were getting bigger at a point and then started getting smaller. So I've now put it on a trellis and it's going upright. So I think that will help. But I didn't realize how slowly it was going because it has been almost a year, and I've not realized until I'm just really processing this right now. It's been almost a year. But hey, but it's doing okay. Now, the Peperomia hovaria, I had no memory of it being that small when I got it. It only has like a handful of leaves. Now it's got a whole bunch of leaves. It's not very big, but it's just a small plant. But it's probably one of my favorite plants right now, even though where I positioned I can barely see it, but I know it's okay. I know it's okay. It's doing pretty well. No issues apart from one of the leaves is a bit damaged, but to be honest, like we'll take it. If it's going to be alive and be a bit damaged, I prefer that to it just altogether dying. The Tradescantia Nanook, that's doing okay, but it did take a turn for the worse during the depths of the winter in December. I also left it for like 3 weeks, so maybe that's part of it. It did start to get brown and crispy, and it lost its like vibrancy of the color. But now I'm paying extra close attention to it, and it seems to be bouncing back, and it's sprouting new branches, which we're happy with. The Monstera Stanleyana, however, it looks worse than it did before. It didn't do well over December. It got brown and crispy. It's lost a lot of variegation. It's kind of just hanging on for dear life. So maybe that's what I need to focus on and make sure that it has a better chance of survival. What's next? Anianema Silver Queen. Doing okay, not amazing. So what happened was the 2 leaves that I received as the cutting both died off whilst the new plant sprouted, and now the new plant is fully sprouted. It's taken over, the old leaves are gone, but it's growing fairly slowly. I think this is kind of normal for this plant. If it's not, let me know. Maybe there's something I should do better or differently. But it's doing okay, just not growing that fast. But I'm happy because it's like very nice, lush leaves, and it looks good. Just quite small. The Aeonium, the Aeonium's doing okay. It's actually doing well, I should say. It's sprouting 2 babies off the side of the branch, and it looks quite interesting. I like the way it's kind of leaning to the side, but growing new ones along the side. So I'm kind of a fan of the way it looks right now. Then what else is there even left to I was talking for a long time in this video, man. Okay, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, that is dead. Very dead. Very, very dead. You know when you put a plant on the balcony so that it can, experience the cool, cruel, harsh realities of life and appreciate more the love and care that you give it when it's indoors, so that, give it that tough love. And only the strong survive. And the strong have this one is not the strong, it's not survived. So RIP to that Refrigerator stomach. But we move. Now the alocasia aslania that I got in my gift bag, that is still alive, not sure how, but it has not grown. I'm not joking, it hasn't grown in 10 months. It's grown 2 new leaves, but every time the new leaf grows, the old leaf dies. And then aside from that, we've had the third leaf for months on end, no new leaves, no new growth, and it's not been able to acclimatize to being outside of an enclosed humid environment. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm kind of sick of it, I'm not gonna lie. And it just won't, just talk to me, tell me what you need. Okay, I didn't expect this tangent to go on for so long, so let's get back to plant swap number 2, which was in October, and the plants that I actually took to the swap. So I ended up taking my Syngonium, nondescript Syngonium, Pothos Enjoy, what is that? Aeonium, one of them. I took the Monstera Adsonii. I took some of the Tradescantia Nanook. I took two mystery wet sticks, because I couldn't remember. I had cut them off something and I couldn't remember what it was, so it could have been any of the plants that I owned at the time. No, I lie. I actually swapped out the Tradescantia Nanook at the last minute for the I can't speak. The Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I think I took two plants of that with me. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to film basically everything else in between yesterday and now, but no, it's Friday and now. Today it's Sunday. I'm ready to go to the plant swap. I did not film anything of the process of selecting the plants and cutting them, but we're just gonna end up with a bunch of footage and see how we can stitch it together. Okay? Okay. What's crazy is that at the time I didn't really know what I was saying, but I spoke into existence, because this really is just a hodgepodge of random clips. Also, if you're wondering why I am wearing headgear in every single clip, I'm not sure. It's just an accidental theme. So maybe just play a game of spot how many different varied headgears I have on throughout the video. So let's talk a little bit about the swap itself. The swap, again, was in October, and I had a good time, as expected. It was good to see people again who I hadn't seen in a while, and just catch up and hang out. And because a lot of it is social, if I'm being honest, I go like 60 to 75% for the vibes, and the rest is for the plants, which is kind of just me in general. Like I do things for the vibe, for the plot. It was really busy, I must say. It was busy, and at times it was a bit much because there were so many people, and everybody is very excited and wants to show off their plants, and also people have a lot of plants. This is something that I sometimes forget, because I don't have that many plants, and I also have stopped watching a lot of houseplant people on YouTube, and I'm also not on Instagram and blah blah blah. So I forget that people really just have like jungles and seas and fields of plants in their homes, and they're bringing only a selection of them to these things. So it's just kind of fascinating to see how many plants some people have. But just for anyone who's wondering, you don't need to have thousands of plants to be able to go. You can very much come with what you have, and people are also willing to do swaps with pretty much anything and everything. Plus there's a big old free table, so if you cannot get your hands on the plant that you want, the free table also often has some really interesting, different, unique plants. And especially as someone who's been to a previous swap and really enjoyed and benefited from the free table, I've also contributed a fair amount to the free table this time around. And yeah, I would do that again. I think I have one picture or one clip of what my section looked like. So if I do, I'll put it up now. I can't lie, it looks a bit scrawny, but honestly, there was just not a lot of space when I got there, so I had to sort of arrange my plants sort of in a narrow little strip. But it's just a case of chatting to people, getting them to come to your section, and you go to their section to facilitate those trades or swaps, and it all works out fine. I think the next clip is me going through what I got. So let's run that clip. Right. It's been like a week, maybe more, since the last bit I filmed. It's been a week since the swap. I'm now going to go through everything I picked up at the swap because I was putting it off, and at this point some of them are actually dying. So we need to quickly get through this so that I can actually put them away and do things with them. So it's going to be a bit of a quick fire round. So I got these two CB blue cut. I don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you at all. I do not remember what I got from who. So just bear that in mind. If I remember, I remember. If I don't, I don't. I got these CB blue cuttings, which I'm really, you can see them now. I have a pot of CB blue that's been growing from 2 cuttings. So I was on a mission to find as many CB blue cuttings as I could at the swap and fill out that pot. So this is the first set here. I got another very baby cutting here, which is also a CB blue, I believe. And I think I got one other set, which is, oh no, I got 2 more. More CB blue. And one more, which is not looking too hot. Yeah, so this is what prompted me to actually sit down and do this right this very second, because I saw this and I said, okay, enough. The procrastination is enough. It's enough. Like, you need to do this. So hopefully I can restart this because it's not looking great, but there's loads of vine or stem or whatever left. So if the leaves die, that's fine. We'll just restart. Oh, there's a bit of that fell off. So let me just put that to the side. Right. I got these two, I got one of these. I think these are Musa Tropicana, which I swapped with, I think, Danny. And I think I swapped for a cutting of my Pothos Enjoy. And then I actually saw another one on the fruit table, so I grabbed that. So now I've got 2. So now I have 3 banana plants, which is fun. I got this, I think this was also from Danny, yes, Tridescantia pallida. And I also have another pot of this here. I think this was from someone else, I don't really remember. But I wanted to get like a little trailing plant situation going. So these 2 I'm going to combine and then let them trail down from, you can't see it, but I have a trailing situation up here. If I remember, I will put a clip of that in. Then also from Danny, I got this, you can't see anything, this little pot of string of turtles. I'm not going to unravel it because the soil will fall out everywhere, but trust and believe there's string of turtles inside there. My first string off, so we'll see how that goes. I got this aloe, oh wait, I have name cards, hang on, bear with me. Tiger Tooth Aloe from Emma. Which caught my attention mostly because I've never owned an aloe, but mostly because I found them to be kind of same. But I've never seen an aloe like this, so I'm quite intrigued. There's also lots of potential because you can see how many individual plants there are in the pot. So I will see how I feel about separating them and maybe splitting them into small little pots. But I'm really excited about this one. It's very different. Let's see. Epipremnum pinnatum variegated, is that this? Maybe that was this that I called a CB blue. I believe it was. So, thank you, Tracy. No, I've lied. That's this. Because I remember, when I read the name Tracy, I remembered that's this. This is the Epipremnum pinnatum variegated, which I swapped with Tracy for, I do not remember. But I bought this to have a little climbing plant, which I'm going to put on a small trellis, which I can put on this trellis, which I got in my goodie bag. So these 2 will make a nice little combo. Let's see here. I also got another philodendron silver sword cutting, which again, another reason why I needed to start filming this, because I could see the leaf was kind of declining. I don't think I've done an update on it, but last time I went to the swap, I got 2 cuttings of that, which are over there, which have re-sprouted. The main leaf has died off, but they're doing okay. So I'll add this to the party. What have we got here? That's the CD. Okay. Monstera and Sonia Variety Laniata. I think that was. Where are we? Is that this? I think that's this. I think that's this. It's either this or it's this. Someone will know. So if you know, let me make it clear. 1, 2. I think this card I picked up from the free table though, so a lot of this, actually, let me finish and I'll explain. This I got in my goodie bag. It's an Dreamy maculata. It kind of reminds me of toothpaste, like Aquafresh toothpaste, the streaks of variegation. And I like this pot. So that was in my goodie bag, if I didn't say. I also got this philodendron subhastatum. I got this from Joe. Thank you. I was actually convinced into getting this. I really didn't actually want it, but I was coaxed into it, and we'll see how it goes. And it's in a Pret cup, and that's of interest to me. And finally, we have a bag of Skindapsis Silver Lady. I truly don't remember if someone actually swapped this with me or I picked it up at the free table. But thank you. That is all I have. That's all I collected. So let's pause and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we're back, we've regrouped. So what I wanted to say was that my approach to this swap was very much just vibes. I had no plan of what I wanted to get, and I really more wanted to get rid of some stuff. Was not good at that. I've definitely come home once again with more plants than I left with. But like on a real, I'm being so real, genuinely next time, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to return with fewer plants than I left with. Like, you can hold me accountable if you see me collecting plants, say, didn't you say you were gonna? Exactly. So you feel free to call me out. But it was good. I'm glad I went again, and I will then now figure out how I'm going to arrange my life according to these plants, because we are very low on space, soil, pots, and energy when it comes to looking after plants at this point. But I'll save that for another video. Okay, so we've made it to the end of this video. I kind of enjoyed this, because it puts less pressure. This is me just thinking about filming on YouTube and stuff now. It puts less pressure on me to film when I'm not in the mood and to film in public, which is something that I don't actually like doing a lot because I just think you need to ask people's consent. And if you don't, it's kind of bad. But also it's a bit long, especially in an event this big, to actually confirm with people if they're happy to be on camera. So it's a bit. So anyway, I quite enjoyed this format of just doing like a retrospective, and especially if you like the sound of my voice, then maybe you enjoy it too. If you do, please let me know, because if so, then maybe I will do more things in this same format, because this actually works better for me, and maybe it will help me with being more consistent. Okay, final thing before I go is to talk about some music. I think I've somehow forgotten to do this in a few videos, so we're getting back into it. Worry not, for those who care about what music I'm listening to. The song I want to talk about today is called Bitter in Love, and it's by Ione, and this is her Colours studio session. I love Colours, which surprises no one probably. And I've been a fan of Ione for about 2 3 years. This song is quite different, I think, than her songs that I have been into before, because she does sort of toe the line between sort of a little bit experimental, as well as pop R&B traditional. Whereas this one is a bit more of a straight down the line ballad. Like even the visuals of like the the shade of brown they use in the background, and the flowing white dress that she's wearing, and the piano and everything. It's very like down the middle traditional ballad. Um, I have been annoying my neighbors with this song. I've been playing it at 8:30 in the morning, at 11 at night, and belting it at the top of my lungs because it just there's something about the way it swells, and it just it just fills me with emotion. I haven't even sat down to look at the lyrics, so maybe I'm singing something that's not really true to my life, but I don't care because the emotions of the music is what's really carrying me through the experience of listening to this song. So if you want to get emotional, listen to this song. If you are emotional, definitely listen to this song. It's got a big fat, crescendo. It's got classic A B C A structure for all of my music theory people out there. So and that's an easy way to get me. Such an easy way to get me. So Bitter in Love by Ione. If you're watching this, hey, not sure why you would be, but hey. Yeah, I think I have nothing else to say. I'm just now used to the fact that I'm recording, so I just want to keep going because I have the momentum. But I don't think I have anything else to say. So let me. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Maybe see you in the next swap. Um, oh, and thank you to like I forgot what this video was about originally. Thank you to the organizers of the swap. As usual, it was a great time, and hopefully I will see you soon as well. Here is a video you can watch. Probably I'll put the video of my experience at the previous swap over here, and you can subscribe over there. And that's all I have to say. So goodbye.